Thank you for purchasing the Viavito Onyx folding exercise bike. In this video we're going to show you how to put your new bike together, and the first step to doing that will be to unpack everything and lay it out on the floor ready for assembly. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put the stabilisers on. Just lay the bike on its back. The stabiliser with the logo goes at the front end near the casing, and the nuts and bolts you need to put it together are already there, so just take those off. There we go, and that just slides into the two holes here and here. Take one of the curved washers and put it back on, like that, and then one of the acorn nuts, and just finger tight is all we're looking for here now, nice and quick and easy. There we go, do the same for the back. There we go, and then just lift the bike up and flip it over, gently laying it down, and then the same goes for the bar at the back of the bike. Place it in like so, put the washers on, and finger tight again. When you've done that, just lift the bike up. I'll just turn it around so you can see. There's a locking pin here, just pull that out, unfold the bike, put it back in, and we're ready for the next one. Okay, so now we're going to attach the handlebars and the computer. To do this, you're going to need the hardware pack, and inside the hardware pack there are 4 black bolts and 4 washers. 2 of the washers are curved, like this one, and 2 of the washers are flat, like this one. The flat ones go on the side here, and the curved ones go at the front. The bolts are all the same. So all we need to do now is grab the handlebars and slide them into position, like that. And then just put the bolts in. Finger tight will do fine for now. Don't need to do anything clever with them. And there we go. Do that for all 4 bolts, finger tight, and when you're finished, take the cable here. It only connects one way, and just connect it. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to put the pedals on, and they are marked left and right. You have to look quite closely, but if you look here, you'll see a little L embossed into the metal, and it's the same for the right hand pedal. The other thing to note is that the pedals are narrower at the front of the bike than they are towards the rear. So this is the left pedal I'm holding, and it will go on that way. Now the thing to note about the left pedal is it actually screws in anti-clockwise, not clockwise. So again, just for the time being, finger tight is fine, and we'll just screw that in like that. So it's going in anti-clockwise, the left pedal. The right pedal, again, narrow into the front, screws in the conventional way clockwise. Okay, having put the pedals on, we're now going to put the saddle on. Now at this point you can follow the instructions to the letter, but our tip for doing this in a little bit easier fashion is to actually unscrew the retaining knob on the seat post, pull the whole seat post out, and turn it this way. Then when you grab the saddle, you'll notice that there are 3 nuts with washers. If you just remove those, there we go, you'll find now that the seat will only fit one way. You can't get this bit wrong, it has to sit on top like that. And then replace all 3 washers. And then place the nuts back on. Now the nuts, you'll find when you try to do them up with your hands that they tighten and lock very quickly. They're meant to do that, they've got thread lock on them. So if you just start them off with your fingers, and then from within the hardware pack, there's only one of those, which is the spanner, and proceed to just tighten all of these so that it's nice and tight and there's no movement on the stem. Okay, so now that we've tightened those bolts, just take the saddle and slide the post straight back in. You can now use the retaining bolt to adjust the height. Make sure that's fairly firmly tight, and then take the smaller of the two Allen keys from the hardware pack and tighten these bolts here. And then take the spanner from the hardware pack and just finish tightening the bolts on the base that we did finger tight earlier on. Right, all that's left now is to put the batteries in the console, and there's a little panel on the back here. Batteries are included, little AAAs. Just put those in, put the panel back, and you're ready to go. Okay, so the bike's fully built and ready to use now. When you have finished using the bike, all you need to do is pull out the retaining pin, fold the bike up, and place the pin back. Now make sure you do put it back to lock the bike into the folded position. And that's it. Your bike's ready to put in the cupboard or wherever you need it to go.